Across the UK, the debate rages on.
If your home no longer works for you, should you stay?
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Or should you go?
I think it's time to go. Let's just list it.
We're always ready.
And we're always waiting.
We'll drop everything.
Taxi!
To help our families relocate.
Let's go.
Or better still, renovate.
Wherever and whenever we're needed.
We'll do whatever it takes.
With rising building costs
And uncertain house prices.
the decision has never been harder.
But we're here to assist.
Righto, here we go.
Right, where's my little friend?
Oh, he's up there somewhere.
There he is. Got him. Right, in
Good
we
catch.
go.
Hello. I hear you need some help.
Let battle commence.
This time,
Just lock the door.
It proves tricky,
I'm going to rub out all my things.
to please everyone.
Even Maverick can't stand it.
but with hard graft,
I'm suitably dressed for a building site, as ever.
You ain't got a chance.
One of us will save the day.
This is really nice.
Oh, this is lovely.
It's so different, it blows your mind.
today we're in Albrighton and the beautiful county of Shropshire.
It is actually world famous for its rose gardens.
Oh, here we go.
One
Here we
of
go.
the most beautiful and fragrant rose gardens in all of the world.
Oh, here we are. Phil's facts.
Well, there's so much so. I actually bought you a present.
You did not.
I did buy you a present, given the quality of the roses locally.
What is it? Oh my God, you got me some roses.
I got you some roses.
Those smell absolutely delicious. I have to say, Phil, I'm very impressed. That is a very nice present.
Nice try, Pip, but don't think you're going to distract me from today's challenge.
Would I? Twenty-somethings Curtis and Jamie Lee and their daughter Scarlett are about to welcome baby number 2 into the family. But while their 3-bed terrace may appear like the perfect home, inside a disagreement is brewing and even Peanut the cat has had enough.
Got a baby on the way. The house is how we want it, bar the kitchen, an open plan. So I do not want to move.
I do.
After buying this house 2 years ago as a doer-upper, Curtis and Jamie Lee rolled up their sleeves, gutted it and renovated from top to bottom. Now Jamie Lee is adamant that this is their forever family home. But fed up at the lack of open plan space, Curtis is ready to move on.
This house isn't perfect for us at the minute. It's lots of small rooms and we're always separate. The internal layout is just not ideal. I think we could have a dream house that's going to give us everything we want. So we're listing it.
Time will tell.
And with baby number 2 about to make an imminent appearance, the timing isn't ideal.
The baby's due in
Can you remember now?
4 weeks.
5 weeks.
4 weeks tomorrow.
No, 5 weeks today.
Rookie error there, Curtis. That's really not going to help your cause. Especially as Jamie Lee loves this house.
To put so much effort into it, so much money and time, doing everything ourselves. My family's around the corner. My sister's literally 5 minutes that way. My mum's 5 minutes that way.
It's very handy childcare for Scarlett while Jamie Lee studies for her psychology degree. Another reason why she has no intention of going anywhere.
All I really want is just a nice big kitchen with storage, because we have no storage in the kitchen. And I'm a bit concerned about where we're going to put all the baby's bottles, to be honest.
I think for me that when we've done all the work, I don't think the house will still fit what we need.
Oh,
I still
wow.
don't think it'll be big enough for
Oh,
me.
do you want a mansion?
Let the man dream, Jamie Lee. Surrounded by activity in his day job as a gym manager, Curtis is fed up being left on his own when he gets home, thanks to a dysfunctional layout that's keeping the family apart.
My mind is set definitely on moving. It has been for a while. I think it's time to benefit now from all the hard work we've put in. I'd like to just move a little bit more rural now.
You all right, buddy?
So we'll have 2 kids, and then we want more in the future. I don't want to move, I don't want it to be 5 or 10 years. I think we should do it now.
But Jamie Lee is in no mood to uproot her family.
It's not just about the house, it's about the children's lives as well, and they don't want to keep moving all the time. It's not fair on them.
This young family are putting all their future hopes in our hands. Phil?
Well, I'm sure I can find them the perfect place to live out their dreams.
Unless I can give them everything they want first.
Righto. That looks like quite a nice big house.
Plenty for me to play with then.
Hello. How'd you do?
Oh, sorry.
Right. Oh!
Just lock the door.
We've knocked ourselves out.
We actually have knocked ourselves out. We can't open it from this side.
What are we going to do?
We'll go round. Let's go round the back.
Is it open round the back?
Yeah, round the back's open, yeah.
Otherwise,
You better lead the way. Lovely to meet you and knock you out of your house.
Yeah, fantastic.
I hope that's not a bad omen, Phil.
It's clearly a sign that they should be leaving their home for good.
Well, with nearly 90 square metres of space, this house is 32% larger than the average new build. It's my job to show them it could be put to better use.
Whilst I'll have to convince Curtis and Jamie Lee that upping sticks is the perfect way to give this expanding family somewhere to grow into.
Who wants to love? Who wants to list?
I want to list it.
And I want to love it.
Basically, we're in a bit of a predicament, really. I want to sell the house because I think we've made good profit on the house. But Jamie...
I want to stay.
Yeah, she wants to stay.
You bought it because you loved it?
Well, we didn't actually like it, did we? It was just
not
like...
really. We bought it.
It was just the cheapest one that we could afford.
how many beds has the house got?
It's got 3.
Right.
So we've got room.
You've got room for the baby, and you're close to your family.
Yeah.
And you're pleased with what you've done to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but equally, you bought the house because it needed to do a job.
Yeah.
You've done it up, it's done its job, it's made some money, and now it's time to go.
Yeah. When Jamie sees my vision of living in the countryside, I think she'll...
Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Countryside?
Yeah.
No one said anything about countryside.
So, a village in Shropshire, like a semi-rural, something more rural than what we currently live in now, anyway.
Curtis,
Yeah.
just remind me, where's Scarlett right now?
Nannies.
She is. And how far is Nanny's?
2-minute walk.
2-minute walk.
Yeah. But what I would love to do for
Why
Nanny
would you
is to have
move
a
away
little...
from that, Curtis?
Curtis just wants the best life he can imagine for his family, Kirsty.
What would it take for me to show you in order to convince you to move that Curtis was right?
I think it would have to be not too far. It would definitely have to be more bedrooms. I just have to be, like, perfect inside, like, no work to be done. But I don't think we'll find that in our budget. So close.
Good luck with that, Phil.
Very neat and tidy. It's not decluttering they need to do, that's for sure.
No.
This is a nice sitting room.
Well, this is a nice dining room. It's a very generous dining room. I'd imagine you leave the sitting room as it is and go that way.
It circles round.
Which is nice.
Which is really nice. No, I think all you'd want to do is knock down that wall.
Which one?
That's the tricky bit. Any of these internal walls could go to make this space more open plan.
At least our cameras are clearer about the problems in this house. The boxy downstairs layout means that Curtis, Jamie Lee and Scarlett rarely get to spend time together. While Jamie Lee splits her time with Scarlett between the dining room and sitting room, Curtis spends 79% of their evening time alone in the kitchen. He rarely ventures into the sitting room, which, incidentally, takes up around a third of the ground floor space.
I'm going to take a quick squiz upstairs.
OK, I'm not even going to look upstairs. Upstairs is not...
She doesn't care.
It's not that I don't care, it's just that it's not what it's about.
It's about giving this family more space inside and out for their future, and that lies elsewhere.
That's where you're wrong, Phil, because while you're battling to find a perfect property minutes from Jamie Lee's mum, I'll be creating one right here with a family-friendly, open-plan space that will be ideal for them right now. With the house currently worth around £192,000, Jamie Lee and Curtis have given me a love-it budget of £30,000. Spending more than that would risk going over the ceiling price of the street.
It's a really sweet house. It does its job. And maybe that's what Curtis is feeling, is it has done its job. And now he's keen to get on and move to the next. trying to convince Jamie Lee to move away from her family and her network and her help and away from a house that she's put her heart and soul into. I don't see it myself.
I think we all know where the victory is heading on this one.
It may not be an easy task, but armed with a listed budget of £280,000, I'm going to try and stretch it far enough to fulfil Curtis's dreams and convince Jamie Lee that it's worth moving.
If you manage all that, it will cost Jamie Lee and Curtis £3,500 in stamp duty and just over £4,500 in moving and legal costs, giving a total of around £8,000.
Yes, but if it helps set this family up for the multiple pitter-patters that their future holds, then surely it's money well spent.
It's a question of timing. I think if they want a big family, they're not going to be able to have a big family here. So there will be a move at some point.
Yeah. But I just think the move isn't going to come now.
Curtis seems being charged, man of action. Not sure he's going to win that debate, but I'm going to do my best to help him.
You've got it wrong, Phil. Jamie Lee's the one in charge and she's not going anywhere, especially if I can help it. But you knock yourself out.
Could you just spell out to me what I should go looking for?
Yeah, so what I think we should have is a 3 or 4 bedroom house, hopefully 4, in like a semi-rural area, but also not too far away from where we currently are.
I'm not really sure I'm going to get that for our budget at the minute.
Well, I'm not going to pretend it's going to be easy, but if I find it, will you give it due consideration?
I'll consider it, yeah.
That was a no, wasn't it? That was a firm no.
Give it a go.
I never say no.
I think Jamie will do what she thinks is in the best interest of her family.
Yeah.
And that's to stay here, Phil.
Right, okie doke.
Well, there we have it. The brief is set. The die is cast. I mean, I can find what they're looking for, but I can't move Jamie's family.
Feeling excited to get the house done and win you over.
I'm excited to see the plans. I don't know if they're going to be enough to convince me, but I'm excited to see them.
I think you've got it as easy as ever.
Yeah, no, I think I have, because they aren't going anywhere, and that is your problem.
This debate has been going on for about a year now.
He constantly looks at houses. I'm like, why are you looking? We're not
This
moving.
house, I was well, when we done it up, I was already thinking, wow, like our house is now worth this much. We could buy this.
It's stalemate in Shropshire, as gym manager Curtis and psychology student Jamie Lee just can't agree on where to lay down roots for their young family. Their 3-bed terraced house just round the corner from Jamie Lee's mum and sister, or Curtis's dream of a bigger house nearer the countryside.
Curtis,
Yeah.
how far is Nanny's?
A 2-minute walk.
2-minute walk.
Yeah. But what I would love to do for
Why
Nanny
would you
is to
move
have a
away
little...
from that, Curtis?
But with a budget of 280 grand, I'm sure I can find them the perfect home in a semi-rural setting and big enough for the large family they're planning.
If I find it, will you give it due consideration?
I'll consider it, yeah.
That was a no, wasn't it? That was a firm no. This search is going to be tricky because Jamie has such strong ties both to the house and its location. But Curtis is adamant that now's the time to move further into the country. So my plan is to find houses that offer a more rural lifestyle without compromising family visits. That's the plan, anyway.
Good job you like a challenge, Phil. In the meantime, I'm going all out to transform this terraced house into the perfect home for Curtis and Jamie Lee's growing family.
The question is, do we knock down this wall and rebuild the conservatory and have a kitchen extension there? Or do we just knock down this wall and have a bigger kitchen with that as the sitting room? There are, I kid you not, about 5 different walls you could knock down. Obviously not all of them, because then the house would fall down.
Now that's a plan Team Listic could get on board with.
Sadly for you, Phil, my £30,000 Love It budget will be spent making this house so spectacular that Curtis will be desperate to stay. When I've decided what the plan is, that is.
Sometimes when I do this, I absolutely, this is what you must do. I'm just saying, okay, I'm a bit unsure.
My newly formed master plan will remove the wall at the back of the house to open into a new extension, giving Curtis the big family kitchen he is longing for. Plus, there's space for a new utility room and loo.
I think this room will be a big enough kitchen diner for me to be able to have, you know, like groups, you know, all the family together. I'm just worried that this will not actually
How
be that
often
big.
do you have all the family together?
Probably
Every week.
every week, pretty much. I'd say we have a
Either your
probably-
family or my family.
yeah, like 10 or 12 here.
I'm going to rub out all my things.
To give them even more open-plan living space, the wall into the dining room could be removed, creating one huge area running front to back of the house and into the extension. Perfect for entertaining. The living room would stay intact with one door blocked off to make it more private, creating a separate space where children can play during the day and grown-ups can relax in the evening.
What you've got here is a lot of floor space.
Yeah, definitely when we have groups of friends and family around that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I like that idea, yeah.
We'll be together, we'll have more room. Be nice and light, I think it'll be great.
Curtis definitely has some quite grand ideas, but we're going to crack it and they'll stay.
I'm very excited to have a new kitchen.
It'll be lovely once it's done, there's no doubt about that, but is it going to be enough for me to stay? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I know the answer to that. Never mind a brand new kitchen, I can offer you a brand new house, as we're off to look at the first property I've lined up. And for a bit of extra help, Curtis and I have brought along reinforcements. New addition to the family, baby Maverick, born 6 weeks ago.
See, with those plans, Phil, that
Yeah.
Kirsty's done, they're looking pretty good, so
Yeah.
that's why I brought him along for extra
Good man.
extra power.
He's on our side.
Yeah.
He's a good boy. So today we're going to try and find a countryside setting, but retain some access to family and convenience, because you want to be able to walk to shops and neighbours and that kind of thing.
I'm taking them to Shifnal, a charming country town in the heart of Shropshire that's surrounded by farmland, but only 10 minutes from Jamie Lee's family. To find a 4-bed house with amenities close by, I'm taking them to a stylish new-built house in a development that's right on the edge of the town and has countryside not quite on the doorstep, but within a short walk. Jamie Lee and Curtis get a quick first look, whilst Maverick's sleeping in the car just a few metres away.
It's a detached house,
Yeah, we
built
like that.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
parking for 2 plus garage. I thought it was right up our street.
Well, it's a
It's
good-looking
pretty.
house.
Yeah,
it's a
nice,
pretty house, yeah.
It's nice.
Well, let's get Maverick and we'll have a look round.
Yeah, perfect.
Within budget at just under 280 grand, this high-spec and attractively designed 3-storey family home has the 4 bedrooms Jamie Lee wants. 2 of them with en-suites, plus a family bathroom. Meanwhile, downstairs, there's an elegant living room, but it's the family-sized open-plan dining kitchen overlooking the garden that really sells the house.
Let's go through to the back.
Yeah.
I mean, your issue at home is you're unable to cook and
Yeah.
do adult things whilst watching over children who are eating or drawing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, true, definitely. But I still think it's safe we had our friends and that round.
Yeah, it's quite small.
I was hoping for a better reaction, I must say, because I thought it was a lovely room.
It's really nice.
Nice, isn't it? Well, we want.
You want something
I want something like, and I know Jamie's going to want something really special. Not even in finish or quality, because that can all come. We can all do that, but something that's like, wow, look at this space.
Yeah.
I've got more work to do than I thought.
Oh dear, the kitchen and the immaculate finish here isn't selling it to them. And outside, the attractive garden is designed perhaps more with adults in mind. But the upstairs has all the space these guys want to grow their family, with 2 en-suites and 4 bedrooms, including a spacious master.
That's nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
I like this. I can see all the neighbours there.
Yeah.
I can see everything.
If that was a field.
Well, I can hear Maverick.
Yeah.
Pretty cool up here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice room. The room's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's just that view, Phil. That's just like,
Yeah, it's really overlooked.
even Maverick can't stand it.
I think I can solve the overlookedness
Yeah.
and still offer you 4 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it with me. I'll get back to work.
I like that it's fresh, like it's all painted, it's all new and
finished
clean.
nice.
It's nice, yeah.
But it's not a
not
house for
suitable,
us.
no.
Might just show exactly that we don't really care about all that stuff, really. It's the space we're after.
Well, it's clear that they're not going to accept anything that's overlooked, but more importantly, I've learnt that Jamie really anticipates that their kitchen diner at home is going to be spectacular. So I've got to lift my game.
No change there, Phil. Meanwhile, in Albrighton, after just over 6 weeks of deliberation and coping with the arrival of newborn baby Maverick, Curtis and Jamie Lee are full steam ahead with my plan. They've chosen the option to knock all the way through from front to back internally and are creating a stunning open-plan kitchen diner that will be around a whopping 31 metres squared.
You can see how big it's going to be.
Yeah, yeah.
See, we weren't quite sure, but it actually looks like massive.
The extension will stretch their budget, but the guys will try and keep costs down as much as possible by sourcing materials themselves, as well as doing the painting and decorating.
I think no doubt this house is going to look lovely when it's done, you know, but it's still not going to give us everything that I want.
So true, Curtis. Let's get back to viewing houses that will give you everything you're looking for. And I'm really excited about this next one.
But there's a few things that we've got to concentrate, or I've got to concentrate on getting right this time. So the garden has to be right.
Yeah.
We've got to keep the 4 bedrooms. We've got to keep the big kitchen diner.
Something a bit more rural for me.
If it was up to him, he'd just live in the middle of a field on his own.
Oh, I'd be with him. I'd be with him.
In a caravan?
In a caravan.
Yeah.
Love it.
You have your caravan then, and I'll stay in the nice house.
Well, given licence by Jamie Lee to look a little bit further afield, I'm taking them deeper into the countryside to High Arkle, an attractive village with a school and local shop. It has a lovely rural setting and is only 20 minutes from Curtis's work. But it is a 30-minute drive to Jamie Lee's family in Albrighton.
So we have here a nice, big, detached house. It is a bit of a project, so...
Another one?
But I promise you, this is a very large and very exciting opportunity. I'm pitching it as a genuine long-term option. This is a forever home.
Yeah.
Curtis, I know you want more kids.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, loads. Yeah.
There's room to spread out on this.
Yeah, looks awesome, yeah. I love it straight away.
It looks quite big.
It certainly is, Jamie Lee. If space was lacking in the first house that I showed them, this one has it in spades. In budget at $279,000 and on a quiet road just yards from farmland, this 1970s extended 4-bedroom house not only occupies a huge plot outside, inside there's 4 generous double bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, plus a kitchen with potential to extend.
So, we've got lots to explore. That is a lovely big garage, lovely big utility room, downstairs loo in there. But this is, I think, where you start to see and appreciate the kind of space that the house offers.
Yeah.
This living room is just under double your existing living room.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot bigger than ours, definitely.
It's not just the living room that offers more space for the large family gatherings they love to host. The current kitchen could be knocked through to a ground floor bedroom, giving them a kitchen diner to completely eclipse the one they're creating back home.
This would be so nice to get rid of this wall, because that goes onto the garden, doesn't it? So that'll be lovely.
You would have the most spectacular kitchen diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are blessed with space and opportunity in this house. Actually, this house is 85% larger than your house will be when you've finished it. 85%. There's a completely different league.
That's crazy.
That
isn't
is
it?
mad.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
The extra space carries on outside to a huge garden.
Wow, that's nice size, isn't it, Jim?
It's big, yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah?
It's not too overlooked, I don't think.
No, it's not, no.
Really?
This is just fine.
I know the idea of extra work is less than appealing. Jamie, at the moment. I get that, I understand that. But you've got to see the potential here.
Oh, yeah, it's a great house. Just whether or not we can do it up or not.
Why
It's
not?
so stressful. I just don't know if I want to do it again right now.
I'm really impressed with it.
Yeah,
I'll keep nagging her for the next few days.
Looking around the rest of the house might convince Jamie Lee that Curtis is right. Meanwhile, I better let Kirsty know what she's up against.
Hi, Kirst. Check out how big this garden is. It's absolutely vast, and therefore, you ain't got a chance.
Phil, you're clearly delusional if you think Jamie Lee will want to take on another doer-upper.
But these guys are no strangers to hard work. And upstairs, whilst the bathroom might need replacing, the 4 bedrooms are all good sizes and only need a fresh coat of paint.
It's just too daunting.
Yeah, but it's just a space, isn't it? The potential's massive. Be a beautiful house once it's done.
It would.
There's no doubt this is a cracking house, and it's going to make somebody a really special family home. I think Curtis is completely on board with the notion, but whether or not Jamie is even able to absorb that fact, just at the moment, probably remains to be seen. So there you have it. Absolute belter, I reckon.
Yeah?
What about you?
No, it's a lovely house. Big size. My only problem is the work, that's it.
I mean, by Christmas, we could have a dream home.
Dream home forever.
Yeah.
As well. This is the long-term play. I mean, I can take you on to something that has less work, but you're going to make other compromises.
Yeah. We can't have it all, can we?
Why don't we explore that, and then you will be able to make an informed, educated decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good to me, yeah, definitely.
Good stuff.
This house is amazing, though, isn't it? The size. What do you think?
It is amazing.
You can
I
do
cannot
it.
be bothered to do all the work again and look after 2 children and university work. It's too much.
Jamie said that she would consider something that was a bit smaller if it didn't involve that level of work. So I guess on the upside, that has at least opened the search up a bit more for me.
I literally have wallpapered every single wall in this house. I feel like now we've got to a point where we've got past that. It's almost finished and now he wants to move.
The house isn't really big enough for what we need for our growing family. So no matter what we do to this house, it will never deliver on everything we want. It will never be detached and the garden will never be big enough.
Yep, that Ms. Allsop can never give you that. Which is why, with a budget of 280 grand, I've been searching rural Shropshire for a dream home big enough for this young couple and their growing family. And I nearly pulled it off with the second house I showed them, which, with a little renovating, had everything they wanted.
As a project, it's big, but if we broke it all down...
Oh, it's just too daunting.
Poor Jamie Lee, don't you listen to that mean Mr. Spencer with his plan to subject you to another project. When my Love It build is finished, I will have created the perfect forever family home here in Albrighton. 8 weeks after my first visit, I'm back to see how things are progressing.
So, I haven't been here for quite a while, and work has been getting going. Look, da-da-da-da-dum. I'm suitably dressed for a building site, as ever. I love this bit. It's so full of new possibilities. We're all very into these kind of multifunctional rooms and open plan space, but if you put too much stuff in it and you make it too complicated, it stops being open plan. So my job here today is to try and persuade Kirsten and Jamie to keep this space purer, a really fantastic dining space, because they love to cook, they love to entertain, they've got a big family. Well, if they can't come round to eat, that's a bit pointless. So it's lovely to be standing here.
Yeah.
It's a lovely sunny space. It accesses the garden. So imagine you've got family coming round. You don't want to move to the back of the house.
Yeah.
You still want to have access to the garden. I just wanted to imagine a big table here.
Yeah.
Right. Jamie, 200 minimum.
Yeah.
And 80 width. OK, Kirsten, you go at the other end.
OK.
We want the table 200
That's a bit
between.
small,
So this is the 4 legs of the table.
OK, yeah.
We're using scaffolding planks to mock up a table here for size.
I really like it.
But there's no reason why they or other bits of wood left over from the build couldn't be used to make a table, creating a rustic, bespoke piece of furniture that would be perfect for the big family gatherings they love to host.
Do you know what I like about it as well? That, like, it's not going to cost that much money, is it?
No,
You know?
it's not going to cost that much.
And,
But it's going to be a real dining room. But you could also think about having your seating for here as bench seating rather than chairs.
I like them.
We can find some benches there. Again, they're very easy to make.
I want to use the space as much as I can when people come round.
They're going to be in the back.
Yeah, I don't want to shove them in the back in the dark part. Surely we want to be here.
I think you can have that and still have what we wanted as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got a bit more space at the front.
That means you could have more kitchen and you could have a sofa in that bay window.
Yeah.
A sofa tucked into the front bay window would leave this area at the back uncluttered and with all the entertaining space they need. But it will create a big open area, so getting the floor right is vital. I've lined up a range of options at a local flooring warehouse.
We've got the engineered, the laminated, and then we've got the vinyl.
I've also brought along one of their new kitchen cabinet doors to see what matches.
Yeah, I like them too there, I do.
Which do you like?
The fourth one, yeah.
To cover the whole area with a hardwood floor would take the guys over budget. But modern alternatives like this vinyl can look remarkably similar with added functionality and less maintenance.
Oh, that's nice, though. That one's nice.
This one?
Yeah, like that distressed oak, like worn.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I like it. I really like it.
So I cannot tell until it's down, so there's no point me even arguing about it because I just don't know what it's going to look
That's
like.
going to look beautiful below
I'll
my
just
swivel
trust
chair.
you all.
I think it will look lovely. It's got a bluish element to it, which looks really nice with the cupboards. It doesn't show any dirt at all.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's fine. I like
Great.
that one, yeah.
OK. 2 decisions made in one day.
We're on a roll.
Yeah,
We are on a roll.
House built no
Getting somewhere now, aren't we?
You've got to admire Jamie and Curtis. They've really got their hands full. Now they've got the builders in, and I'm asking them to make key decisions. They stepped up to the plate.
I'm a bit worried, you know, because I want to list it, but
You're the one
the
doing
way
it
it's
all?
going, I'm having everything I want, so it's making it even harder, isn't it, really?
He thinks I'm not bothered, but it's my tactics.
Well, I've got a few of my own tactics to help persuade Jamie Lee. And I've got one more house left. I've already found them a fabulous home within their 280 grand budget that, with some renovating, had all the extra space they want. But Jamie Lee was in no mood for a new project.
If I'd shown you that house before you'd started work, what would you have been saying?
I probably could have been swayed a bit more, to be honest, I think. Because it was a really nice house and so much potential. And that's what you need with a growing family, but the work just really puts me off.
But that's right in the heat of right
Exactly,
now.
the emotion.
Yeah.
It's not even in 6 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a house that's in turnkey condition and without a paintbrush in sight will mean compromises elsewhere. But I think I've found a real stunner 23 miles from home in the historic and charming country town of Market Drayton.
So, gang, coming here, you get a semi-detached house. There is no work, so it's unpack your bags, get back to the kids, no hassle, no problems. The rub is that it's only got 3 bedrooms. So that's the kind of compromise, if you like, that we're looking to explore here.
I think the location works quite well. A bit further away,
yeah.
but we have never really been here, have we?
No. The road's a little bit off-putting, but...
Looks nice from the outside,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah?
On the edge of town and close to countryside, this attractive traditional 30s semi is even better on the inside. Under budget and beautifully decorated throughout, it has 3 bedrooms and a stylish lounge. But it's the huge open-plan kitchen diner that's the real showstopper.
Well, this is nice, isn't it?
This is really nice.
Oh, this is lovely. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Modern, isn't it?
It's got room for dining, it's got the island that you were hoping for, it's got doors straight out into the garden you wanted.
Yeah.
I think it's really kind of chic.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's nice, yeah.
What do you make of the price? $250.
It seems about right, yeah.
That's
You know, I like a bargain, but it does seem about right for this so far. Looking forward to seeing the rest and seeing what else you can sort of get for $250.
Well, Curtis, you get a house that's over 10% bigger than yours back in Albrighton will be after the work. And a large, beautiful, mature garden.
It's a lovely garden, Jamie.
It's
really
actually
nice,
really
isn't it?
big, yeah.
Yeah.
You can ride a bike, have a rabbit, kick a football,
Yeah.
entertain your friends, roll about, you know.
Yeah, it's just perfect. This is exactly like what I imagined really as like a family garden. It's lovely.
The garden is really nice, but I've got to see the rest of the house first and see if I like that, because I'm not going to buy based on the garden.
Fair point. Crack on.
Okay.
Have an explore.
Wait until Jamie Lee sees all the lovely period features upstairs in the 3 bedrooms. I think she could be coming round.
Look at that fireplace.
But in the middle of the night when you need a drink, you're going to stub your toe on that and you know it.
Yeah.
She's got a point, Phil.
It's done nice.
You couldn't grow as a family in this house.
No, it's just the same as ours, really, isn't it?
But the best part about this is the back garden.
I like the back garden. But we don't live in the garden, only go in the garden in the summer.
This house has actually really made me stop and appreciate that they'll talk about making compromises, but actually, when all's said and done, if they're going to list it and make that decision to move, then it's got to be to somewhere bigger. But I have already shown them one of those.
It's a lovely house. It's nice, isn't it?
It's done nicely, but I think it's just cosmetic that we like. Like the furniture and the way they've styled it. Once you take that away, it's just a normal house that's not really, doesn't seem that much bigger than ours.
It's made me see what we could do to house number 2.
Good.
That's what I think.
Great.
It's back at number
And now
2.
it's up for us to convince Jamie on that.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of work.
Please do give that second house a good deal of thought.
Yeah.
Because it's a proper opportunity, that
If
one.
you send me on holiday for a month and get it all done.
Hey, she's already coming round.
Yeah, there's something there.
That's
That's
good.
what
We can work with that.
That's never gonna
That might be
happen.
doable. A month in Skegness and it's a deal.
That is not the deal.
I'd be thinking Seychelles rather than Skegness if you're ever going to convince Jamie Lee to take on another project.
It makes you realise how massive house number 2 was. And you're starting to realise, aren't you?
I'm not. We're never on the same,
No.
same page. One of us just nags so much till the other one gives in. That's just how it works.
Yeah. But together we'll make the right decision.
Yeah.
This has been a tough search, but I do feel that of the 3 houses I've shown them, I have demonstrated it's possible to achieve everything. The question is whether they're prepared to take on a project and do another build at this stage in their lives. That I don't know. But in terms of team list it, I've done all I can.
But will it be enough, Mr. Spencer? Just wait till you see the stunning transformation I'm bringing about back at their home.
Jamie Lee and Curtis were a fun couple.
I just adore their energy. They are hardworking, they're enthusiastic,
Yeah.
they don't complain, they get on with it,
Yeah.
they dedicate all their time to the kids.
They've got on with life. I mean, they bought
Yeah.
that house in their early 20s.
I know. You know,
Yeah.
all this, oh no, you know, young people can't do this and
Yeah,
young
they've
people
done it.
can't do that.
They've proved
They've
it.
really done it. And that, you know, I haven't always agreed with Curtis on some of the things he's wanted to do in the house.
Yeah.
But I think, touch wood, I've got my own way over most of
You
it.
tend to.
But that's not going to happen today, Kirsty. I've got a good feeling for Team Listed. Because despite all your work, I know you won't have given Curtis and Jamie Lee the extra bedroom or the bigger garden they wanted.
Oh, Phil, dream on. This young family isn't going anywhere.
Got your game face on? All set?
I'm pretty confident about this one, to be honest, Phil.
Yeah, well,
If you live opposite
So
your
am I.
mum and you have small children, you do not move.
yeah, but if you see a house that's 85% bigger, just saying.
Hello, how are we?
Okay, how are you?
Very well, very well.
How are you? Are we going to have a happy day?
We
You're
are.
right, Phil.
Good, man.
Hiya.
I'm certainly going to have a good day, Phil, and I can't wait to show you the transformation downstairs.
So, what have you done? Oh, my word, what have you done?
What haven't these guys done? The old dining room, pokey kitchen and little conservatory have gone. In their place, a stunning open plan kitchen, living, dining room.
Looks good, doesn't it?
It really does look good.
Yeah.
It really does look good. You've got to admit.
Jeez.
The old cluttered conservatory has been replaced with a new extension. And knocking into this space from the dining room and kitchen has created a large sociable space for cooking, relaxing and entertaining friends and family.
It is so different, isn't it?
It's so different, it blows your mind.
Yeah.
I don't think you probably even can remember, Phil.
Well, I was just trying to work out where the old back of the house was.
Yeah, pretty much there, really. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a
So that was-
kitchen,
Yeah,
which was a galley
which was a
kitchen.
tiny kitchen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this.
So you've extended a lot.
Yeah.
The extension has created all the extra living space the guys were desperate for, as well as a utility room and downstairs loo. The sitting room has been beautifully redecorated and is now cleverly linked by an open window space so that Jamie Lee and Curtis can keep an eye on the children whenever it's used as a playroom.
We had a party for Scarlett the other day.
Yeah, it was so nice.
It was amazing.
And I was cooking in here, and then everyone was just out and in and out. And before, I'd just be sat in the house doing all the work, and everyone would be outside enjoying it.
This room is phenomenal.
What does look good is the floor.
Yeah.
Is this the one we picked?
It's the same colour, basically, yeah, but we just went with the laminate. It was just so much cheaper, so we just went with it.
Choosing the laminate meant the whole floor cost just £600.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And this blue was a great, great choice.
Yeah.
I don't know who's sounding happier with this. You two or my friend over here?
No.
Because she's certainly pretty happy about it.
Phil, come on. You don't even know the figures involved.
No, I don't. It looks expensive, whatever you've done.
No.
Yeah.
I want to see his face. I'm going to stand there when you tell him.
So we've spent 25 altogether, complete, all done.
What about the extension?
Yeah, that's
it.
everything, yeah.
The whole lot?
£25,000 for the whole thing.
Yeah.
You have done well.
The guys watched every penny and took on a lot of the extra work themselves. They sold the old kitchen for £500 and took on board my advice on how to be clever with their new furniture.
And moving into the dining area, Phil, you'll find that there's a very smart table.
Did you have a hand in this? Do I sense?
It was a suggestion last time I was here. So this is scaffolding boards.
Really?
Limed, yep.
You've been very industrious and creative as well.
Yeah, we've had to be.
Bifold doors open out onto decking that was left over from Curtis's mum's house. Spending just £150 on supporting timber and screws has extended the living space out into the garden.
We thought we've got to do that, really. It's going to make it, and it really does. So
It does. It's so good for the kids.
Yeah.
And it gives you that indoor-outdoor feel.
And what happens in the shed?
It's my little man cave in the shed. Got a little
gym in there.
gym. Got a little gym set up in there, haven't we?
Yeah,
Jamie's given me everything I want, haven't he? Really.
that's my plan.
So yeah.
Well, apart from the bigger garden, the rural setting,
Apart
and the
from
fourth
that.
bedroom. But I mean, apart from that.
How about we sit down and have a bit of a think before anyone makes a rash decision?
You were the one, Curtis, that wanted to see other things and have it to change, and you were really up for it. That second house was 85% bigger than this one is today. So, I mean, it really was the full Monty in terms of the forever home, and you were both recognised that.
Yeah. It was lovely, wasn't it? We loved
was
it.
lovely,
We
yeah.
haven't stopped talking about it, really. We've been on about it most days and told all our friends and family about it as well. I loved it.
It is nice house.
Yeah.
I know it was an amazing house, but I also was very aware that, Jamie Lee, you just had a baby and you were just doing a project, and the last thing that was on your mind, regardless of what I showed you, was taking on another project.
Yeah, so that's about right.
Yeah.
It's just so stressful. And with the kids have been through so much turmoil and...
Yeah.
I'm going to make you two the poster boy and girl for just actually, a bit of
Getting on
elbow
and doing
grease
it.
and getting on and doing it.
And it doesn't feel like it was that hard in hindsight. I know it's
I
pretty
think
fresh.
Jamie should
Give me a couple of months. At the minute.
Yeah.
Curtis, you're always so positive about everything. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I've had one good night's sleep and I feel great. Let's do it again now.
Right. Jamie Lee, Curtis, are you going to love it?
Or list it.
What do you reckon, Jim? You can say it.
Did you say it together?
Go on, let's say it together.
Okay.
We're going to
Love it.
Of course you are.
Yeah, it's a tough decision, and I think in 3 months I will change my mind.
Not saying we'll stay here forever. I think this house is perfect for our current life.
For right now,
When we've had the children, and then I'm qualified and back to work full time, then it's another stage of our life. We can
get a bigger house.
I think that we might as well enjoy it as well. We might as well enjoy it.
Well, congratulations. Many, many congratulations.
Thank you.
Seriously, you've done well.
Epic decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we've made the right decision.
I just feel relieved.
Yeah.
Like I can finally just relax now. No more upheaval and stress. So.
Yeah, I do feel guilty. I put them through so much. And I think now just a bit of calm now. A bit of family time.
Not that we will probably relax, because we'll probably be doing something else.
Yeah, but we can try.
Yeah.
Here we are then, there you go.
OK, thank you very much.
I don't think it was a particularly fair competition, but you did win. So...
They are a cracking example of what's possible.
They're inspiring. They really are. They've rolled their sleeves up, they've tucked in, and they've got on with the job in hand under fairly difficult circumstances with a tight budget.
I know. Yeah.
They've done brilliantly.
It's all about the elbow grease, Phil.
Just elbow.
So it's now 2-1 to me. And next time...
We meet a couple who love to party.
Why are you there, Phil?
But there's no time for relaxing.
Original features.
Oh, steady on.
Pantry.
Oh, come on.
Luckily, the professionals are on hand to help.
Could you bring me a sherry, love?
Sharp.